This is the kitchen at Fort White Farms.
It's really great as a farmer to have a commercial kitchen on site because it means we're able to process all of the extra food from the fields and none of it goes to waste. So here on our farm we have a market twice a week and community shared agriculture pickups or food bin pickups where people are coming twice a week throughout the summer to pick food up. So when there's extra after those two distributions, the kitchen is able to process all of the food and store it for our programming throughout the season so that come winter we're able to have access to that food from our garden.
So this is our commercial kitchen.
Okay.
So it's a double-sided fridge. It's just large enough to keep produce in, especially from the farm. In the summertime we always have a lot of produce, so we always need a lot of space to keep it in. So it's nice that it's, you know, this big double door and has a lot of space on the floors as well.
Can we see inside?
Sure. There's no light. So this is inside, so you can see we have on the bottom there, we have some chicken thawing. So this is just a gigantic immersion blender, and you would use this for things like making soup. If you made a big pot of soup and you wanted it to be creamy instead of just have chunks in it, you would turn this on, put it right down at the bottom. In their kitchens at home will have a very small version of this, of course. We use it to mainly make cookie dough and to make bread dough, so you can fit, I think it's 12 gallons you can fit in here, so that when you make, you know, enough bread dough to make 20 loaves of bread, you can do it all in here. And it has, this is new, this is a blast chiller. So by its name, blast, it's very fast. Chill, it chills things really fast. So it has space for 3 trays inside of it. You can see 1, 2, 3 here. So this is very important when you talk about food safety. You should have a sink that has 3, or a washing area that has 3 sinks. And so they are for rinsing and scraping here. And then here we run hot soapy water, we wash the dishes. Here is just hot water where we rinse the soap off, and then from there they go into our sanitizer. And because you can boil a lot of water in here, and then actually, I don't know if you can see, but it's on a tilt, so this, you can tilt it forward, and that drains the liquid. Then you can just make a lot of soup or sauce in this pot all at once.
Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. Yeah.
So in the spring program with the high school, we are growing a lot of food in the greenhouse. A lot of it is transplant, so the beginning of things, and some of the food that we're growing is also being used in the kitchens. The program has access to food that we grew here on our farm. Once a week on the farm, we have community lunch where the youth who are in the kitchen for the week prepare a meal for everyone who's working on the farm and some guests who are also supporters of the farm. So,
commercial means that we are licensed for other people to be able to sell things that are made here. We also sell things that are made here. For instance, we sell foods that our youth, you guys make pizzas and breads and cookies and stuff. We sell that in our market. And because we're selling to the public, we have to be licensed as a commercial kitchen in order to be able to sell to the public and not just to eat it ourselves. There's a minimum number of people on staff who have to have a food handlers. I think it's 1 out of 10. So 1 person out of 10 has to have a food safety certificate. I have that as well as the rest of the permanent staff here, which allows us to be able to work with youth even if they don't have that certificate.
My name is Aries. I am working at Fort White Farms for the summer. Benefits of working here are getting to work with the animals, harvesting, learning where the food we eat comes from, and cooking the food. I'm getting my food handler certificate tomorrow.
My mom got hung over yesterday.